This is my ring, you piece of crap!
That's exactly what I said to any hater who tries to counter my sins and fails miserably every single time.
I don't think realizes.
Tyson Fury was so upset by Braun Strowman's attack that he ripped off both his shirts. Wait, he was wearing 2 sleeveless shirts? I heard it was freaking hot in Saudi Arabia. That's like wearing 2 sweaters and a jacket in the middle of a hot day in Florida. That one awkward moment when the promotional trailer for WWE 2K20 is way better than the actual game itself. How sad. For decades, WWE has promoted their content and warned the fans to never try this stuff at home. This entire commercial goes against everything they've ever said about do not try this at home by having everyone doing something. How many people walked into their local clothes shop just to hit an RKO on a mannequin because of this? You're really setting a bad example for the fans, hypocrites.
Sing the 24/7 champion.
Previously on Crown Jewel.
An escape plan. See ya!
Our truth is gold when it comes to comedy. Can't deny that.
The best tag team in the entire world.
Calm down, Michael Cole. Don't start kissing the OC's ass and developing yet another creepy erection for someone. It's not cool, never has been, and never will be.
The best tag team in the world.
Honestly surprised that Greg Hamilton isn't introducing the OC as the best tag team in the world like he did with Shane McMahon. Also, the very slow walk down to the ring. Sure, take all the time you need. It's not like this is a very long ramp and you're trying to be the Undertaker here.
The United States title ain't going nowhere.
The United States title ain't going nowhere basically means that AJ Styles said that he will be losing the championship to Humberto Carrillo, not the other way around.
We're going to show you how he earned this opportunity.
How about you don't show how Humberto won the opportunity because you, I don't know, already showed us how that happened? Of course, why am I not surprised? Crown Jewel Recap, Part 3, the final chapter. Until the next trilogy. Coming soon to an I Don't Give a Fuck theater near you. In Appleton.
Seth Rollins, and more recent.
The first move from out of nowhere, and it failed since AJ completely missed Humberto.
Styles realizes what Humberto.
The match is only 10 seconds old, and AJ Styles is already walking around, turning his back on his opponent, taunting the crowd, and bragging about how good he is. Wow. Seeing the United States Championship resting on the World Cup trophy, I guess this confirms that AJ Styles is the best United States champion in the world. Wait, better not say that too loud. WWE might see this and use that idea for the next World Cup. Pretend I didn't say anything, guys.
What does Carrillo have to do, Corey, to have any type of chance?
Try and win? What else can you do? 600 gymnastics moves in a roll in Star Wars Episode 9?
And again, up to the top rope now. Disorienting.
Truthfully, I was afraid that Humberto was about to screw up and slip on the ropes, but his amazing balance on the top, middle, and top rope again proved otherwise. That was cool to see.
Let's go, guys. Humberto.
What, did the cameraman trip on something? Think you've seen enough of the United States title hanging out on the World Cup? Well, take a much closer look now, and when we come back in 5 minutes, it'll be as close to the US title as we can physically make it. Humberto's leg is being hooked by an invisible ghost. Well, this event did take place on Halloween after all, so this stadium is confirmed to be haunted by ghosts.
Cover by the champion. Kick out at 1.5.
Oh my god, it's a freaking miracle! Finally, a commentator actually acknowledges the fact that a pinfall ended at 1.5 and a wrestler kicked out before the 2 count was made. History has been made!
Focus on the lower back on the...
Obviously, this is the win, but I'm also highly convinced that AJ Styles is possessing the Doctor Strange magic hair that's being a dick to his face by putting itself in AJ's mouth.
You saw the prestigious United States champion.
Oh god, please don't tell me they actually are about to zoom in as close as possible on the title. Even I admit, I should shut up at times.
Party. And Carrillo.
How did AJ not see that coming? How?
Fence together again, using the ropes to his advantage.
Humberto did that once before and automatically assumed that AJ would fall for it a second time. Rookie mistake. I still don't understand why the camera keeps panning to the screen showing what we were just looking at.
Capitalize. Whoa!
As impressive as that move is, I don't understand how that was supposed to hurt AJ at all. If anything, it just gave him a joyride. You can do impressive moves, but if they don't look believable as an effective move, then it sucks. This is wrestling, not gymnastics.
Seguri caught Styles with a kick.
It's called a Pele kick, you moron. The Styles Clash is an awesome move, but this constant pose AJ does before he even tries to lift his opponent is weak. Whenever he does that, 95% of the time, his attempt at the move fails. Here's a suggestion. Get rid of that taunt!
Oh, let me tell you something, Double B.
Double B? Byron Saxton's initials aren't Double B. As a matter of fact, his initials are extremely appropriate to his commentary skills. BS.
Beautiful Byron, brother.
Beautiful Byron? That's way worse!
I make him drink a glass of sand.
Well, that sure as hell doesn't sound dangerous at all. And also, be thankful Anakin Skywalker isn't a member of Team Hogan since sand is irritating, rough, coarse, and gets everywhere.
We're ready to take Team Fire out.
Team Fire? So Ric Flair renamed his team to Team Fire now? Don't get me wrong, that's a kick-ass name, but really? I'm sorry, I can't resist again. We are in part 2, so I can say it again. I got absolute chills at the epic reception Natalya and Lacey Evans got for the first ever women's wrestling match in Saudi Arabia. Match wasn't as good, and I will get to it later, but damn, I got the fucking chills. Damn, I never thought I'd see the day where a Lacey Evans entrance was so awesome. The fireworks and pyrotechnics really made this feel as important as it really was.
She will be a champion one day, there's no doubt about that.
By saying that Lacey Evans is a future champion in WWE, Michael Cole likely just jinxed her momentum and now she'll never be a champion. I truthfully don't know whether to criticize him for saying that or thanking him. Lacey clearly kicked out at 1, not 2. Honestly surprised Michael didn't acknowledge that like he did in the previous match.
Was the Raw Women's Champion.
Come on, you two already shook hands when this began a minute ago. Are you gonna shake hands once every minute in this 7-minute match or something? Tempted to add 7 sins if that happens, but for now... Hey, watch my boobs!
Off the elbow, is it?
Lacey Evans has her foot underneath the bottom rope and the referee completely ignores it. Hello? Foot under the rope at 12 o'clock.
She took one of her own pictures and covered up The Rock's face with it.
No offense, but who cares, Michael? So Lacey photoshopped herself over The Rock. Who among us hasn't done that at least once in our lives?
Lacey, gotta go.
Well, that's what happens when you waste all the time of the world posing on the ropes. You get caught, and then you lose. Boy, do I hate being right all the time. So much respect for how far the women's division has come along. It's just a shame that most fans just want to ignore that and complain. Shame. It's crazy how SmackDown was hyped with all these matches and segments, yet 100% of them didn't happen. We got a fun show nonetheless, but still.
The 16-time.
No longer as impressive knowing that John Cena is also a 16-time world champion, and even Charlotte Flair has 6 more title reigns to go to reach that. Not to mention R-Truth is a 21-time... Okay, I'll just stop. Also, nearly 10 damn minutes of entrances. Not gonna lie, seeing those fireworks gave me goosebumps because they were the same fireworks that erupted at WrestleMania 24 when Ric Flair competed in his legendary match with Shawn Michaels. I'll be back, I'm gonna rewatch that match and send this later. Ric Flair is a dick. Sorry, but when I see Lana hanging out with Bobby Lashley, all I can think about is how much she keeps talking about banging Bobby again and again and again. Ugh, this is so stupid.
What kind of man is Bobby Lashley? What kind of woman is Lana?
Bobby Lashley, I can translate to someone who has amazing talent but is being wasted in the process. As for Lana, she's simply a whore. Enough said. Even the fans in Saudi Arabia are singing off sync to Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance theme. The pain needs to stop! Why is it that whenever Shinsuke Nakamura has a championship on the main roster, it's easily forgettable? Hell, I keep forgetting that he's the Intercontinental Champion. That shit needs to stop! Whoever holds that title should be treating it like it's the top championship.
Team Flair is absolutely stacked.
You just had to say that, Corey. You just had to say that. Take a wild guess who wins this match as a result of Corey's words.
Drew McIntyre has been on a tear since returning from injury.
He has? Well, how come I can't remember that? And how come Drew McIntyre hasn't been... Oh, never mind. While this kid here is giving Randy Orton the thumbs up, you can clearly tell that he's either tired, bored out of his mind, or was forced to give the thumbs up when he actually dislikes Randy.
Lived up to those expectations.
Greg Hamilton is an asshole, introducing Hulk Hogan when Randy Orton is in the middle of his entrance. Hell, Randy hasn't even entered the ring yet. At least wait until he's with his team. Now, obviously, we knew that Hulk Hogan was here, but I was taken aback when Jimmy Hart showed up with him. It was freaking awesome to see the Mouth of the South alongside the Hulkster once again. I'm sorry, but Ricochet's superhero outfit looks awkward. Doesn't really suit his character if I'm being honest. And no, that was not supposed to be a pun.
I can't wait till you start calling yourself Baldy B.
Alright, that's a little too far, Corey. Sure, I don't like the name Beautiful Byron at all, but even that is better than Baldy B.
And here comes...
Ha! Michael Cole got his annoying catchphrase cut off. You suck!
This is a 10-man tag team match.
In case for whatever stupid reason you actually thought this match was going to be a 10-man over-the-top rope battle royal.
Flair, and there's an incredible amount of talent.
The fireworks were unfortunately late to the party. Roman Reigns posed for about 10 seconds to nothing, and only when he stopped posing did the fireworks go off. King Corbin actually trusts someone with his crown jewel? With his crown? Damn, that's a first. About 2 minutes of the team staring at each other and trying to figure out who's going to start this match.
Surprise a lot of people.
Shinsuke Nakamura connected a low blow early on in this match and wasn't immediately disqualified for it. How did the referee not see it? And also, thanks once again for reminding us of that pathetic run Shinsuke had as a guy who had an obsession with hitting low blows left, right, up, down, and even in diagonal formation.
Known for his incredible striking ability. Great escape.
Wow.
This match was actually not that bad, and all those early counters by both Shorty G and Shinsuke Nakamura was a great way to start it off. Hard to believe I'm giving a show in Saudi Arabia so much praise after the other 3 shows.
Style, Gable went for the ankle lock.
As much as the Shorty G name is one of the most laughable in WWE history, I unfortunately have to add in a sin for Michael still using the Gable name, as it is officially not part of Shorty G's ring name anymore. That's just how it is now.
And the official, I don't know why he's pulling Rusev away.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because Rusev is not supposed to be attacking an opponent when said opponent is against the ropes in the corner. Referee is just doing his job.
Can you imagine if the King wins this match?
I've been dreaming about it all week.
Sure, that totally isn't creepy at all, Corey. Dreaming about King Corbin winning the match for the past week? Yikes.
You know she's watching this matchup.
Honestly, I'm wondering why Lana was allowed to appear on the stage in support of Bobby Lashley, but yet she wasn't allowed to be at ringside with Ric Flair to support the team. And yet Hulk Hogan was allowed to have Jimmy Hart with him too. Wouldn't it be more fair to have 2 supporters on either side? Just a suggestion. Also, if Lana never was going to be at ringside for this match, then her appearance on the stage was pointless. She probably should have just stayed backstage the entire time if you ask me.
Everyone on this team resembles Flair and
I can agree with all of that, except for Drew McIntyre, because Shinsuke represented being the dirtiest player in the game with the low blows, Bobby represented the kiss stealing by stealing somebody's girl, King Corbin represented all the robes Rick wore as well as being the most hated wrestler once upon a time, and Randy represented the multiple world title success rate. But I don't see any possible connection to Ric Flair from Drew McIntyre. He's only there because reasons.
Shin.
It's still completely annoying how Michael Cole always refers to Shinsuke Nakamura by that cringe Shin name. Stop it already.
Moment.
The way Drew McIntyre flipped forward in that tornado DDT was so awesome that I'm removing another sin.
Section of McIntyre.
What the hell was Drew doing right there? He sees Ricochet about to deliver a crossbody and outstretched both his arms as if he was either balancing himself from falling over or he expected to be taken up to heaven by God.
Why not start out with the Orton stomps?
Because Randy Orton apparently wants to start things off with his sexy poses. And yes, I heard what I said.
Frightening physical specimen is Lashley.
Michael Cole almost referred to Bobby Lashley as Brock Lesnar. I don't know how you can connect those 2 names with each other, but okay. Somebody make this a Roman Reigns is not impressed meme.
And now Flair is mocking Hogan.
No, he's not. Ric Flair is clearly watching Drew stomp down on Ricochet. He didn't even take a glance at Hulk Hogan, much less mock him.
Drive-by to Orton.
The way Randy hits the ring post after getting the drive-by from Roman Reigns was so funny. Almost like he hit it by accident. Another sin off.
And the leg drop. Hulk Hogan would have loved that.
And the reason Michael said Hulk Hogan would have loved that is because Hulk was too busy looking at the crowd and completely missed Roman doing Hulk's signature leg drop. Good that King Corbin and Drew broke up the pinfall to save the match for their team, but even if they didn't, the match wouldn't have ended since Randy was already kicking out.
Tried to strike from the air.
That might just be the best Claymore kick I have ever seen out of Drew McIntyre ever since he started using it. Holy shit! Just when you think the RKO couldn't get any more innovative, Randy Orton always proves us wrong. It really is the 3 most destructive letters in sports entertainment. Close to 2 freaking minutes of Randy Orton setting up the punt kick that obviously was never going to connect anyway. Ali countering the RKO, followed by Ricochet hitting a standing shooting star press. The final moments of this match was so awesome, and I'm glad the match wasn't a waste. I'll remove 5 sins as the congrats to both these teams on putting on an epic performance at Crown Jewel. Remember when Crown Jewel made us want to vomit a year ago? My, how the tables have turned this year.
Allowing Roman Reigns.
The cameraman cut before Rusev could do anything to Shinsuke Nakamura, but too late, I already saw you, so it counts as a post-match assault sin.
Welcome.
This is not a sin or sin remover, but I am super excited to say that I will be at WrestleMania 36 in Tampa Bay next year. Get your tickets now and I'll see you there. I'm sorry, but I just can't stop laughing at how stupid it is that we have to literally label this Falls Count Anywhere match with the "can't be stopped for any reason" slogan, even though, shockingly, it's the WWE that has to be reminded of that crap. Man, the chilling music, the old school film quality, and the Firefly Funhouse in general is just awesome. No doubt this is the best thing that's been created in 2019 for WWE.
I don't even know if he's a human being.
That's what I'm saying! Does literally nobody listen to me when I've been saying for months that The Fiend is an inhuman demon? Once again, boy, do I hate being right all the time.
The following contest.
Was Greg Hamilton asleep or something? Because it literally took 35 seconds from the moment the bell rang to the moment he started doing the ring introductions. Exactly how big is this severed head's mouth supposed to be?
Falls Count Anywhere rules, which means Falls Count Anywhere.
Never heard a more stating of the obvious than this moment right here. You mean to tell me that under Falls Count Anywhere rules, that means pinfalls literally count anywhere? Shocker of the century, bro. Alright, I'm going to be perfectly honest about this right here. I did not mind the red lights when this was inside Hell in a Cell, because then it gave you the eerie sensation of actually being in Hell itself. But this doesn't have to happen every single time the Fiend competes, you know? Just like when the Demon wrestles instead of Finn Balor. Special occasions only.
I don't know if we've ever seen such a malevolent being.
Sure, let's just pretend the Undertaker doesn't exist.
Since it is Falls Count Anywhere.
Let's just throw in 5 sins so we don't have to deal with the commentator stating how the rules of a Falls Count Anywhere match goes in the 21 minutes of this match's existence. I'm already tired.
Hell in a Cell delivered. Oh, and a sling play by Rollins.
Aside from the Fiend being nearly invincible, I think the other reason why the Sling Blade didn't work was because Seth let go of the Fiend before he could fully connect.
Now that's his roadblock.
And because Michael Cole mentioned Roadblock, I'm reminded of when WWE had 2 Roadblock pay-per-views take place on the same year in 2016. That was definitely lazy pay-per-view naming back then. You see, this is the problem when it comes to the red lights. You can at least see what's going on in the ring, but the moment the Fiend and Seth leave the ringside area into the crowd, now they're fighting in total darkness. They couldn't have at least have a red spotlight following them during the sequence or something.
The Fiend is able to inflict.
Sorry, but not even the dark lights can cover up the ow my hand sin. You can't blind the sinner because I am inevitable. Shut up, Iron Man fans.
Oh, stop! Oh no, the Fiend.
You mean to tell me that after the Fiend survived 11 curb stomps in a row the last time it faced Seth Rollins, Seth actually believed that a single curb stomp would keep this demon down even for a single moment? Seth Rollins is a complete idiot. And there's more proof that he's an idiot. He's actually shocked that the Fiend is back to its feet from one single curb stomp. Did Seth somehow forget Hell in a Cell? I know I haven't, and the fans definitely won't shut up about it.
Rollins pinning him again.
What's up with this cameraman deciding to run away from the action? You're supposed to keep the cameras on the wrestlers, dumbass.
Guys, look.
Can Seth please stop raising his hand like a student trying to answer a question in school every time he's about to hit a table or a barricade?
Byron just stomped the Fiend on the outside.
What? Since when did Byron Saxton come out of retirement to go against the Fiend just now? If anything, that'd be a surprise no one would have seen coming. Knowing how invincible the Fiend is, I would think that Seth's first thought would be to immediately bludgeon its head to pieces with a sledgehammer instead of it walking away and hyping it up. No wonder it doesn't work.
Oh my God! Oh, to retain the title! Only a 1 count. At 1.
Well, duh, of course the Fiend kicked out at 1. All it did was put itself through the table. Why is anyone shocked at this?
Oh God!
Well, you know what they always say, he who sets up a pair of tables ultimately goes through the pair of tables himself.
Has Rollins even moved since crashing down?
Well, he just got repeatedly stomped on by the Fiend like 10 seconds ago, so I highly doubt it, Corey.
He was gonna do.
Why doesn't Seth just grab the sledgehammer again and try to smash the Fiend's head in? I lost count of how many chairs were used in this match. How can we even tell if there's a pinfall or not? Stop teasing that you're about to toss Seth Rollins off the stage into the equipment and actually do it!
And oh my God!
It's like the Fiend's impervious to the stomp.
You think?
Strike him with whatever he's stop.
If all these curb stomps aren't affecting the Fiend in any way, try something else. Constantly repeating the same move isn't going to work. Wait a minute. Seth stomped to the beat of Burn It Down, and then repeated the same stomp, but the noise went from the sound of stomping on a metal grate to stomping on a carpet floor, and his foot never left the same spot either. I'm sorry, but I gotta add in 3 sins for the horrendous reaction. The Fiend fell off the stage, into the cables, causing explosions and fire to engulf it, and Michael's reaction is a quiet, bored, and disinterested, oh my God. At least pretend that you're interested. The Fiend defeats Seth Rollins in the same way that Bray Wyatt defeated Dean Ambrose in a TLC match back in 2014, with the opponent accidentally getting blinded by a sudden explosion. Anybody else notice that?
What are you kidding me?
Alright, now that is an appropriate reaction, and the way the Fiend rose up like that was fucking amazing. It deserves some sins off. How appropriate that this event took place on Halloween. The perfect conclusion with a slasher flat out murders the hero and wins in the end. That was definitely the most frightening thing to witness at the end of what was an awesome Crown Jewel event.